Well, hey, in your experience, when a small business fails, laundromat or otherwise, what are the most common reasons for that failure?
I think one reason is that they're undercapitalized. Especially like if you want to go into laundromats and you're like, oh, okay, I'll fix this up, I'll fix this up, and then you realize, oh, you want to retool all this, it's going to cost you 125,000. Oh, I didn't think about that ahead of time.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think for a lot of small businesses, it goes back to not having a plan. You want to get away from having, let's say, a boss so badly that you go out, you either start a business or you buy one, and then you didn't really think about the next steps. What is this going to be 2 years from now, 3 years from now? Like I have my business plan. Like I know like when I want to start, replacing equipment, how much of that equipment, when I want to increase prices again. I haven't set a price, based on the competition, but I know when I want to go back and reevaluate that. So
Hmm.
I just think that they jump in. Hey, I own a business now. I don't have a boss. I don't have to listen to anybody. And it's
Hmm.
like, okay, well, what's your plan though?
Hmm.
Oh, I haven't really thought it out that well. Well, your competition is, so you better have one.
Right, right, right. I think those are a couple of the biggest reasons for sure. Hey, personally, what's the biggest mistake you've ever made in your business life, and what did you maybe learn from it?
I think probably the biggest mistake in my business life is undercharging. A lot of people, especially in the beginning, they don't charge what they're worth. I remember I got a speaking engagement with Volvo, their construction division in North
Hmm.
Carolina. And I
Yeah.
was just so happy and amazed that anybody would let me speak to them. Uh, so I had a meeting with the CEO, and it was pretty much going to be a slam dunk. He just kind of wanted details. So I was thinking, hey, look, you know what? I'll take $500 for a day, you know?
Right.
That was like 20 something years ago, right? I'll take that. And
Hmm.
then I was thinking, yeah, but you know what? This is Volvo. They can afford it. And I said, I'm going to charge them $1,000. And then I drove up to the building and I'm like, holy bleep, this is huge.
Right.
So I wound up charging them $2,000 and they didn't even blink, you
Right.
know?
Right.
And that's when I started to learn that it's like, first of all, if you undercharge any service, wash and fold, speaking, anything, if you do it too much, people don't see the value in it. Because if you're a $500 speaker versus somebody doing it for $2,000 or versus 10,000, well, how good can you be if you're willing to do it for $500? So they don't see the value. So I think like when I did the mystery shopping, again, I was like 24 years old when I'm pitching like CEOs and business people. I was just so happy that you would actually take a meeting with me. I couldn't believe it, right? I would give the service away. And it wasn't until later that I realized, I'm working 50% harder or whatever the number is to make the same amount of money than if I just charged what the going rate was. I mean, I'm giving you a bargain. I understand that sometimes people will, undercharge a little to get the ball rolling, but once the ball is rolling, you got to charge, what it's worth. Otherwise, you're just working harder for less money, and that's not why anybody goes into business.
Right. Right. Yeah. No, I think that's certainly probably a universal mistake across all businesses. Right. Yeah.
They can be, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.